Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. Here to talk about Vandy beat number 9 Kentucky 74-69. Disappointing, man. Just a terrible week so far, man. Fucking Cowboys hired Schottenheimer and Eberflus, and Kentucky loses the next day. Just really, really disappointing. Like, Vandy's not a bad team, and they beat Tennessee. And for the second straight Saturday, they get a marquee home win. Last weekend it was Tennessee, and unfortunately today it's at the hands of us. Mark Byington has done a really good job with the Commodores in year 1, 16-4, coach from James Madison. But this loss sucks, man. I mean, it was just a terrible last 7 minutes as well. Besides Almanor hitting a 3, and Kentucky had a 69-68 lead and got outscored 6-0 to end the game. Terrible last 7 minutes. So they were down 14 at half. They were terrible in the first half. They come out way better in the second half. I know Kentucky was down 14 at half, but they were up 7 in the second half and had Vandy on the ropes. I thought they were in control. They had to find a way to close that game out. They just have to find a way to close that game out. And they simply didn't. And Vandy hit 12 threes. Out of their 29 makes, 12 threes, when half their makes are three-pointers, and you're turning the basketball over, you're not going to win. They turned over 16 times. I know Vandy forces turnovers, but they're unforced. They were unforced turnovers there the last few minutes. But Butler, ever since he's got hurt, he's turned the ball over like crazy. And this the decision making, like he turned over like 5 times today. Two of them there were just bad, and Oweh turned over twice after really having a good second half. Butler just cost us the game, and missing Andrew Carter, maybe would have won, I don't know. There's just not enough talent on this team, especially in the post, and not having that dude who can take over really hurts as well. And there was 2 calls that didn't go our way, and when we were up by 1 that I'll get to, but it's not just that. I mean, you can't turn the ball over 3-4 times in the last few minutes and expect to win. Y'all win that game. I mean, y'all win that game. Simple as that. They just choked. Looking at you, Lamont Butler and Amari Williams, 7-footers, fucking useless. Well, let's look at your stat sheet here. 6 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. You're 7 foot, 230. How tall is Vandy's? How tall is their tallest player? Like 6'8", 6'9". You're like 7'1". Useless. Out there, man. There was a play where he got fouled. Should have been a foul where he's going to get off the rebound. But he may be the least physical 7 foot, 262-pound player I can remember. He's going either way after this year, and I'm sure they can get somebody else. Well, they already have Malachi Moreno for next year, but it's just, sometimes he's good and sometimes he's bad. Like, he just frustrates me, man. Like, I can't stand watching him. Like, it just drives me crazy sometimes, man. Like, sometimes he'll score, sometimes he don't, and then, my God, defense, he just watches, and he doesn't put his hands up. This is kind of the first game where I thought Mark Pope got out-coached me. I would have stuck with Garrison right there. Instead of going to Amari Williams, man. Like, just get to the damn paint. Like, softest 7-footer ever. I mean, the only play where I didn't blame him was where he got put down to the floor. Where it should have been a foul, but my God, got a freaking rebound, man. Oweh's the only one that really showed up in the second half. Robinson, Almanor, those guys. Garrison. I would have just stuck with him there instead of going back to Amari Williams. Oweh, 21 points, 3 assists, 12 rebounds. He's been our most consistent player this year. even he had some turnovers down the stretch. It's just too many turnovers, man. Like, Butler's, I think, our most important player, but he needs to get healthy because I haven't seen him play this bad this season. But Oweh had a good game with a double-double. Almanor, 12 points, 4 rebounds. He had a few three-pointers. Robinson had 11 points. Butler, 6 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Just some bad turnovers, man. 2 straight games where he just hasn't looked good at all. Look, I think he's still hurt. I don't think he's playing 100%. He's been excellent pretty much all season. So, I think he's playing through a shoulder injury. I don't know. Maybe he's fatigued. I don't know. But the lineups weren't great throughout this game, but it was just so frustrating. And Amari's not, you could say, oh, he's not athletic. He doesn't even have to be athletic. Just get your damn hands up to a block. To block a shot or use 2 hands to rebound the ball, man. Like, he's too big to not be able to block shots and rebound. Like, and I wasn't, Pope kind of got out-coached, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say he got out-coached. I mean, the turnovers and missed shots and the lack of effort, I can't blame that on the coach. I mean, you can't turn. I mean, he didn't turn the ball over for Butler. He just tried to force bad passes that weren't there. The players, you gotta blame the players. I mean, players turned the basketball over. But the group of kids that took control of the game had not played together since the 8-9 minute mark of the game. So that's kind of, I guess, where he got out-coached. But when you turn the ball over down the stretch, I mean, they're the ones that gave it away. I mean, it's not on the coach. I mean, you just gotta win it. You gotta find a way to win that. Down 14. It's just, in every loss away from Representative, they failed to reach 70. This team has to score to beat competitive power conference teams. Like, defense, rebounds, officiating, you're all fair talking points, but the bottom line is the team's biggest strength and failing them in losses. We're just not good. Maybe we're not good enough to win away from home. Like, there's too many turnovers. I mean, we can't just rely on, score 70 or score 80, 90, 100 points to beat a team. Y'all play defense as well. Y'all play defense. Y'all have that mental toughness as well. And this is the thing right here. When the team doesn't execute offensively, they don't have a chance. They have to be perfect. They had about 10 minutes of execution and 30 minutes of really bad basketball. You're not going to win like that. They just don't have the talent. And 16, 17 turnovers for 11 assists will get you beat. And how many more shots did they shoot than we did? Let me look at my stat sheet. Pull back up my stat sheet. Where is that? Oh my god. I'm going to lose. Here's my stat sheet. They shot more shots than us, I think. They shot 66 shots to our 54 shots. And half their shots were made from 3. 12 of 33, 36%. We were 9 of 23, 39.1%. Shit, and it just comes down to turnovers. Like, we shot better than them from the field, better than 3, better from the free throw line, out-rebounding them. 45-32, 12-11 offensive, 33-21 defensive, but they had 21 assists on their 29 made field goals. They shared the basketball better. 16-5 on turnovers. It's really a key area. This is, I'd say, the first time I've been pissed after a loss. The other losses I haven't been pissed, but this is the first one where I'm pissed. I still think it's a good team. They just need to clean up these late game decision makings. Like, it's hard to reach 70, 80, 90 points a game, but when you have 17 turnovers, it's not going to help, and I think Butler's hurting more than we know. It's need to be better. I mean, it sucks, a 7-day layoff. That's how it is. But it's just unforced turnovers. That's not what you can't blame that on the coach. I mean, these are experienced players. Can't blame that on the coach. I mean, it's experienced players like Maury Williams not being physical enough, Butler turning the ball over. I mean, it's on the players, and just for whatever reason, I mean, they just could not hold on to the ball, whether it was handling the ball, rebounding the ball, or loose balls. I mean, it felt like every single one of them getting away. And that's not on the coach. I mean, you've got to get on the floor. They're just not concentrating and no effort. I mean, it's hard to beat anyone with 17 turnovers and only 11 assists. Vandy's known for creating turnovers, but most of ours were self-inflicted. I also felt like Vandy got every loose ball just sloppy and lethargic for most of the game. It's kind of disappointing because you had a week to prepare, and it's kind of how it went. It's been a while since we've had an elite defensive team, but I wouldn't say the defense was the problem. It was the turnovers that really hurt us. But those are the ones you have to win. On the road, and Lee play with a chance to win, and Kentucky didn't play winning basketball the last 4 minutes. They didn't play winning basketball for most of the game. They had a good stretch at the start of the half, earned that. They just didn't. And there's no denying this team needs to get healthy, but games won't be won playing bad defense. But I mean, what saves the defense? And if Butler and Otagoe didn't just rush everything, they would have at least had a chance. But I can't see the team just changing defensively. They need to at least be average and not below average. At least be average and not turn the ball over. Just the last 2 games, just bad execution down the stretch, man. And this is not an insanely talented team. Their strength is execution, and they are good, but there's no superstars on this team. The path to victory is play smart and hard, and they didn't play smart the last 4 minutes. They did the first bit of the second half when they took the lead, but they have to play just perfect. Which is truth. And now we're 3-3 in conference play with this loss, and now we have to go at Tennessee, and I don't know, and they have to win. They have to win. I know it's a very good Vandy team that's underrated, but from down 14 up 7 with 7 minutes to go in the second half, you gotta win that game. No excuses for the loss. The rotations were not great from Pope at times, but that's just on the players not executing the last 7 minutes. But they just had mental lapses, and that's on the players. And the defense wasn't the problem, but turnovers were the difference. But you give up 12 threes, and they had multiple wide open threes. You can't just give them open threes either. When they make 12 and you turn the ball over 17 times, and they take like 12 more shots, yeah, they're gonna win. So tough loss here. And now we have to go to at Tennessee on Tuesday. They gotta win. I hate to say this early, but it feels like it's got to be a must-win game to get some confidence back. 3-3 in conference play now feels like a must-win game to get a top 10 win on the road. Another top 10 win. And we're probably going to be without Andrew Carr, but Ansley Almanor made 4 threes and rebounded in his absence. I think Ansley Almanor will be fine. And it's just, we need our big guys to play more physical and act like big men in the paint. So, it's just terrible, man. A tough loss here as Vandy improves to 16-4. Kentucky drops to 14-5. 3-3 in conference play. Tuesday's got to be a must-win for me. If they lose this game, the vibes are going to be feeling really, really down, man. But 21-12 from OA, 11 from Robinson, 6-2-3 from Butler with 5 turnovers. Williams 6-4-3. Bria 3 points, 4 rebounds. I need this guy to fucking play better. Make your 3-pointers. If you're not going to make your 3 points, get your ass off the court. Williams 6-4-5. Garrison 8 points, 5 rebounds. I would just rode with him down the stretch. Trent Noah 2 points, 4 rebounds. Actually got to play some. Actually played good in his minutes. I thought he played defense and rebounded, made some good effort. For Vandy, 18 points from Jason Edwards, 5.6 assists, 3 rebounds from Hogard, 14.6 rebounds from McLaughlin, 11 points, 4 rebounds from Nickel. Hogard traveled, and then they missed that foul. One end on Williams, they missed travel on the other end. Carey, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Tanner, 7 points, 4 assists. Made some nice plays down the stretch. Magnon, 4 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Collins, 5 points. And yeah, that's all to say. 74-69, Kentucky loses. Peace.